Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dhea Yuan Sayyidatina. Welcome back to this session. It is an honor for me to be allowed to moderate this discussion. This discussion's overarching theme is online learning. So there are 5 panelists separated into 2 groups. They are also college students with prior experience with online learning. Allow me to introduce them to you. Alif, Zulfikar, Jamil, and Qorrie Aina are the speakers from Group 1. Bagus, Sabiqul, Fathi, Aurellia, Dinky, and Sigit Riyadi are the speakers from Group 2. In the current pandemic situation, learning and teaching activities must be carried out online. Please join me welcoming the panelists. So, in your opinion, how important is online learning during this pandemic?
In my opinion, with the current pandemic, I believe that this online learning process is critical because offline learning is not possible to do until now. So without online learning, children may be unable to receive a proper education and will left behind. We also can use this to halt the spread of the virus, allowing to the world to return to normality.
So, in my opinion, online learning is the ideal option to ensure the continuity of teaching and learning activities in this pandemic. Because, in fact, after the offline learning experiment during this pandemic, there were the school cluster is rose again, despite the fact that there are various problems that challenge when undertaking online learning from both school and from students.
In my opinion, because the most individuals have received the vaccine, I believe online learning isn't as vital during this pandemic. In addition, the school has held face-to-face meeting in recent months, despite the fact that implementation is done alternately.
So, for a variety of reasons, some of you believe that online learning is necessary while others believe that it's not. Okay, now, is it beneficial and how effective is online learning for you based on your previous experience?
So, online learning, in my opinion, is not very effective because there are so many difficulties. Like the most prevalent of which is problem with the internet network, because all students must use apps that require a quota and a stable internet network. And the internet network has a significant impact on this online learning activity. This internet network limits have the potential to impact students' learning outcomes and final grades.
But I believe that online learning is effective because online learning indirectly encourages youngsters or students to think critically about their own learning material. And it can also help us improve our logical thinking skill too.
However, with this strategy, pupils will be more confused because they will be expected to understand the content that they may not have studied at prior levels of school, and they may even misunderstand the material.
What Qorrie said is correct. That's why I'm not sure if online learning is beneficial to pupils, because some negative aspects hamper pupils' ability to receive the material.
To add Sigit's statement, by utilizing online learning, students will undoubtedly discover numerous things that maybe they were previously unaware of. This is due to the fact that some of the subject matter available in online learning is not yet available in printed media such as books, which are commonly used in traditional teaching and learning technique. So students can search for and grasp learning material on their own, increasing their capacity to search for and understanding the knowledge.
Okay, so some of you agree that there is no such thing as effective online learning. If so, what approaches of learning can provide a real solution to this problem?
Well, after reading those statements from others, I think maybe the win-win solution from this problem is a hybrid strategy. It's a blended learning, blend the part of method, both online method and offline. I mean, 15% of the time is spent for online, and the others 15% is spent to offline learning.
You're right, Bagus. It could be the finest for the current pandemic issue.
Yeah, their assertion, in my opinion, is correct. This is due to the fact that hybrid learning can foster stronger emotional bonds, allow students to return to socializing and interacting in persons, and also lessen the feeling of laziness that has become institutionalized in the souls of the lay people. However, if the announcement of hybrid learning is made hastily, the student will be definitely be taken aback.
Is this online learning having an effect on the economic needs of the school to your study?
Yes, definitely it is. I believe that online learning has a good impact on economic needs. And in addition, students who live in boarding homes will save more money than those who study online because their living cost will be assessed in conjunction with their family if they study online. Yeah. And furthermore, transportation costs are much lower than for offline learning too.
Yeah, I believe your remark is correct, particularly regarding the cost of living for students abroad. It is possible that the cost of living in their new area is higher than the cost of living in their home country. As a result, online learning has a significant impact, significant economic impact.
When it comes to the economy, how well do you comprehend its impact on your family finance?
Well, personally, of course, this has affected my family's finance with everything that is fully limited and curtailed. So my family's income is similarly limited while the requirements are increasing. For example, in order to participate in online learning, students will require gadgets and to facilitate their learning. Furthermore, quotas for internet connections also cannot be disconnected, so that's required too. Well, yeah, obviously this is a significant load.
But for me, the pandemic has a little impact on my family finance because my parents work in education sector, and education is still needed during this pandemic.
Yeah, as a result, the economic issues in online learning are determined by the family's financial situation. On the other hand, what impact does this online learning have on your mental health? Is it having a significant impact as evidenced by the different problems that have arisen as you previously stated?
Based on my feeling, I believe that online learning has significant impact on my health because I'm learning at home. My parents may believe that the lectures I have are easygoing and do not place a heavy strain on my mind. But instead, when I was doing my homework, my parents would tell me to do something, and if I didn't do it, they would tell me. And this is make me very dizzy.
For me, I believe that online learning has an impact on my psychology during the course of my studies. There are two sides to every coin. On the positive side, I feel more organized in managing my time, which has a positive impact on my psychology. And also, I'm a lot happier and in a better mood lately. However, there are some negative sides because online learning involves a lot of duties, which make me anxious.
And also, as a generation that should mingle with our peers, we are suddenly forced to stay at home and learn from home. Therefore, events that should be done with friends must be cancelled and we must stay at home. So, psychologically, it will result in exhaustion and perhaps stress. The child becomes irritable and lethargic as a result of his or her limited life.
And also, we all know that uh, the problem with distance learning is that students are bored at home. For example, have a time constraint and months of assignment. This can result in various psychological difficulties among pupils, such as anxiety, stress, and sadness.
Well, I'm not kind of like online learning has an impact for our mental health as a student. Exactly. Based on my experience, sometimes I get bored or sometimes I'm anxious, nervous about my task, my assignment. And it's so stressful when I have to sit in front of my gadget, in front of my laptop, my smartphone for an extended period of time. It's so stressful.
Yeah. So there are many kinds of effects. Well, how do you deal with those problems?
Personally, for each online learning course that I take, I normally search for different positions. So, for example, for today's class, I'll do online learning in my room, my bedroom. For tomorrow, in the living room, and another day in the family room, maybe among other things. And I also attempt to keep myself busy with assisting with homework or help my mother with household. Yeah, I'll do this to combat exhaustion and laziness when do the online learning.
For me, it's I simply go to my playlist and listen to some music, lay on my bed, relaxing, or yes, just want to satisfy my mood. And sometimes I get out from my room just for getting some fresh air, get to go to other place. And maybe if I was so stressful and I want to go to refreshing, sometimes I ride my bike to the nearest hill of my from my house, or maybe go to town plaza or sports center sometimes.
I will have this simple balanced meal, no meal skip, and maintain a supply of healthy with energy boosting snack on hand, and also get a plenty of rest because when I get anxious, my body needs more sleep and rest.
For me, to escape my parents chattering to me, I will sometimes go to my friend's house to work on my assignment so that I may feel more relaxed without my mom and my homies babbling to me.
For me, I feel I should chill and relax. Maybe I will finish my work. After that, I will chill and relax. Maybe, and then maybe I will enjoy cakes, strawberries, other snacks, and so on. Yeah, I will do my duties first because I'm worried about the surprise duties which came out of the blue. It is pretty bad.
Yeah, so we can conclude that there are several adverse and beneficial effects for each student. For some of you, the problems faced are also different, and there are also many solutions that you are given. So this is our discussion of several things in online learning. I hope this discussion can improve our strategies in dealing with this situation. Thank you.